Hello and what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. I'm the one and only Fallen Fett, and thank you guys for being here tonight. We got episode 4 going on tonight, which is kind of cool because it is 420 today. So happy 420 for everybody out there celebrating. Again, thank you everyone for being here. Remember right now, go share it on your stories. Tell a friend. Don't forget, we're also on Twitch right now, live too, if you have that. So share there as well. Tonight, we're going to get into some Marvel Legends talk tonight, kind of like we did with Black Series on the last episode, but we're going to do Marvel Legends tonight. And with them just having their live, I feel it's kind of appropriate. So I have another 2 guests here tonight. I want to say hello to the one and only 80s baby.
What's going on?
What's up, man? How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling great.
Good. Thank you so much for being here. And if I'm going to have Dario in the house, man, there's no way I could not have Slithering Darkness, the one and only Andre.
The darkness is spreading. What's up, everybody?
What's up, Andre, man? Thank you so much for being here.
I'm sorry. I was slightly distracted. My girl just got a bunch of new clothes, so she's trying them on. And apparently she's Puerto Rican now because she just walked out the bedroom in white jeans. Hanging out with Dario too much.
It's because it's getting warmer. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. I know it has here.
Bust out those white pants.
How are you doing, Andre? I haven't talked to you in a minute.
Man, you know, the everyday hustles of life.
Right?
New business ventures and all that fun stuff, and trying to fake it till I make it, I guess.
Aren't we all? That's it every day.
Funny story. I was actually supposed to be in New York right now. We were going to pop up and surprise Dario, but things didn't align properly, so we had to skip that trip. And now I kind of feel bad because, like, he might not survive till I come.
Man, we're gonna have to hide me in your duffel bag. It's gonna be a big duffel bag, but still, hide me in there too, man. I want to go up in his little place right there too. I look at it every day, and I'm like, dude, that's a shop I want to go visit.
Raid the storage room.
Yeah, for real.
He even got on his red Target today.
We need to get you a name badge, Dario.
Yeah, I go to Target, and I'm talking to the Hasbro rep, and we're just talking, and some old lady comes up to us and says, "Can you guys tell me where this is?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but we don't work here." He's like, "Well, he's wearing a red shirt." And I'm looking like, what? So what? She's like, automatically, I gotta work here because I'm wearing red.
You got the red shirt. Right. You got the early college kid haircut.
I know.
You got the whole 9 yards.
You were set, dude. You know what?
And I apologize to her because I see where she's coming from.
You had on khaki pants too, didn't you?
For real.
Was I wearing pants? Yeah.
Huh. You should have just went back there and got whatever she needed. You know what, ma'am? I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I was on my break.
I was on
my break, but I'll go get it.
They rotate employees so much, the other employees probably wouldn't know. They'd be like, yeah, he work here. Yeah.
Huh. For real. Walk back there.
That's Dario from Housewares.
What up, son, to at least 3 people, and you're in. He's just walking the whole back. Grabbing pallets down off the rack. I think this is what she needs.
Absolutely look like a forklift operator.
Automatically. Nah, man, he's seasoned. He's just been here. You never see him because he's here at night. That's already the word that's going around.
I'll help you. We'll find it together.
Why don't you come with me on here to the back?
Yeah.
So you guys ready to get into some Legends talk, especially with everything that dropped and going on? We got some issues here. All right, so let me check in with the Federation and see who's here today, say what's up, and then we'll get into this. So you guys hit that thumbs up like I just did. If you're new here, welcome to the show. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all. And then right there where it says say something, say hello, what's up? You're now part of the Federation. Let me know you're here. Engage in the chat. Let us know your feelings. I'm doing my best, still new at this, to keep up with everybody's comments and to get it. It's getting a lot smoother, though. And with my 2 friends here at my side, I think this one's going to be a good one. It's going to be just like us hanging out at Comic-Con. So let's get into it and let's see who's here. First up, we got Adam Van Wickler. What's up, Adam? Thank you so much for being first. Donald's in the house. The One Fist, Captain McKay. What's up? Ulysses is here. Matt Logic 44. 1-6 shooter. Nick's Figs. We got Lucky Butter. Plastic Predicaments. Bearded Builds. What's up? Kurt K. Loki. RMD is here. How's it going? Marcus Yee. We got Berserk 69. Hello. Thank you for being here. Yoko's here. What's up, Yoko? Marcus Yee. Arizona Legends 480. What's up? Astonishing News and Reviews. Man, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate that. Remember to go check them out. Omega Weapon 13 is here. Who else we got? We got Eric's here. And I think that's it from Dallas, Texas. So thank you guys, everybody, for being here. Go share right now on your stories. I put something up real quick. I know Adam did. Copy it. Make your own. Let them know we got some talk going on. And let's go over some stuff. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we had the Marvel's Legends live yesterday. We got a lot of Spidey news, and there's already talks everywhere. And now I find this funny. If you saw the last episode, I got into the Black Series stuff because, of course, Star Wars is so close to my heart. And we had K-Kaz on, and then I had Adam the Urban Spidey on. So that's so we can get all different views about collecting the Black Series and what's wrong in the vintage collection and why we all feel certain ways. Now I'm seeing this happen with Marvel Legends since the drop yesterday. The box art, the boxes. I know you feel a certain way, Dario. The price hike. Why didn't we get this? Why didn't we get that? And it's so funny because I made that statement already, saying like I don't see nothing wrong with Legends, but I can say the same thing about Black Series. So like I was saying, as collecting, it's always what's close to your heart, and how strongly you feel about something. So I guess we can just jump into the first thing. I guess the packaging. So now that we're away from plastic and we're going to get this box art on the front, Dario, I know you made a great statement. And as far as that was, I heard you say, and when we were in conversations together, of what does it matter because you guys get shipped stuff anyways. So now what's the difference? You didn't get to choose before.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
want to dive into that?
I saw a lot of people saying yesterday on yesterday's Chamigos Assemble show about the packaging and things like that. And when the guys were commenting also on the stream, the thing is with me is for the past couple years, ever since COVID happened, we've been doing most of our shopping, majority of it online. We don't go out to hunt that much. I mean, I'm not going to talk for everybody, but I know majority of the people, and like it's been more online shopping than anything, right?
Yeah.
So when you're doing that, you're not seeing which one. You're not being able to be like, hey, Amazon, let me go through your inventory and let me pick out the one with the best paint apps. It's whatever's coming in the mail. So what's the difference between you ordering online and getting anything from Hasbro Pulse, Amazon, Target, Walmart, that already sometimes come in bent up, messed up packaging, to now having no windows on the boxes at a store?
I'll tell you the difference. People just want something to complain about. That's it.
It's true.
You can get all the greatest things and somebody will find something to nitpick on. Like, yo, this is the best, most articulated Spider-Man at a $22 price point ever, but his eyes are kind of small. They don't match the McFarlane art. Like, or the blue is too blue. Or
it's not comic accurate.
Like, people will find something to complain about always. And we're going to get into that when we go through some of the reveals, because a lot of these reveals are exactly what collectors have been asking for. And I still see people nitpicking the simplest of things just so they have something to get their voice out into the ether.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Like with the whole mailing stuff, like again, like I don't know what's been going on with Amazon, but I know some people saying like they're not doing Amazon and stuff like Adam did on the chat yesterday. I wanted to ask him why, but I forgot. But it's like, again, like, dude, we've been doing this for the longest. For now, it's been 2 years now that we've been doing this, and like now it's a problem. They've been telling us this for like almost 2 years that we're gonna cut out the plastic. We're gonna go, more environmental friendly and stuff, and everybody was cool with it. But now
Yeah.
that we actually see it,
we were cool with it because we thought that the reduction in plastic was going to come with a reduction in price, because making composite boxes of cardboard and plastic is more expensive than just one material. So if it's just cardboard with a cardboard sleeve, that should be much cheaper, because
it's not even a sleeve.
buying the plastic and molding the plastic, it adds, I think it's like 90 something cents to the overall process. So we should have at least seen a 90-cent reduction in the price point. Instead, we're seeing like a $4 increase.
No,
Okay.
yeah, and that increase has been coming. We've been getting kind of like warned about again for like quite some time. And also, if this is going to be anything like what we've been getting with Hasbro Pulse with the army builders, like with the shield agents that they put out and stuff like that, the other 2-packs, it's not even plastic. It's in a little baggie, and they just stuff them in. They just throw them in the box, and like you can literally shake it.
I was wondering about that too. How they're going to be did up inside? Is it going to be like that cardboard, and we're going to get twist ties again, to where they're just being held with twist ties?
I wouldn't imagine, because they said they're completely eliminating plastic. So if there's twist ties in it, that's still plastic.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think it's going to be the cardboard and like, I don't even know how to explain it, but almost like the plastic trays, how they have the indents that hold their musculature in place. I think they're going to just mold the cardboard so it sits like that, almost like egg carton style.
Or they could do it the way some of these tools come in, or like when you buy like some like certain type of things, the cardboard has like the little extra piece popping out, and their arms go in it.
Yeah,
like something like that.
I can get with the price hike. Like, there is a lot going on in the world. Everything's gone up. It's not just our figures. I mean, from stuff at work, I work in the water industry. Ours is being high. When I moved into the new house already because of COVID, there was a lot, like it was 3 times higher because of the state that we're in right now. And like, we have been warned about this. So I do get that. It's some of the way that the price point is happening, though, is what we can get into. As far as the boxes, though, I do see it. Like somebody had said that earlier, Omega Weapon 13 had said, I think the new box design affects the folks who like to display theirs mint on card. Positive side, you don't have to double dip. And I kind of thought of that too, because I'm like, I can just have the box up there and nobody knows there's nothing in it, and have my figure out on display now.
And that's what we were talking about in the chat yesterday. Like, that's exactly the same thing we were talking about. Like, you that likes to put stuff up on the wall now don't got to buy 2 of them because you took it out the box. You got your figure on display, and you have this box on display that no one knows if there's anything in there. And at the same time, I know a lot of people yesterday were talking about, but these are renders on the box. Again, this isn't, what if that's not even the final design? What if that's just,
I'm gonna ruin that idea, because I'm going straight to Ernie's house and just grabbing boxes and shaking them.
There's nothing in here.
This is empty. Just throw in the box.
Yeah, I can see it, and stomping on them too.
I'm just walking.
Yeah, what if we get some type of artwork when this finally comes out, and not just what these early images show us? I would hope not, but then again, you know what? Yo, who cares? I open my stuff.
A great idea for these completely cardboard boxes will be to have them like fold out, and you get like a backdrop or something. 90% of us aren't going to use it, but they could knock extreme sets right out of the water by just putting
it
like
seems like giving an extra, right,
or something like that.
Yeah. And you know what? Saying extreme sets, that is taking off right now too. I mean, it's been a while, but I see a lot more people now using it too.
So you remember that Defenders box set that came with the subway car backdrop?
Yeah.
If Hasbro just every single one of their like a Build-A-Figure set, you get the Build-A-Figure pieces, and then you fold out each one of the boxes that they come in, and you get like
a background.
You get a background like the X-Men, X-Men training thing, or you get Cerebro, or you get Stark Tower or something. It don't have to be fancy. It's just a background, because they're leaning heavily into the ACBA community with the pinless joints and adding double elbows to female figures. Hasbro could completely blow us away. And then when you open up your figure and you see, oh snap, I got the Daily Bugle, right? That's Spider-Man's joint, right?
Yes.
The Daily. Yeah. Yo, I got the Daily Bugle backdrop.
Yeah.
oh, it was worth this $3 price increase because I'm getting all this stuff. I could display or I could fold it out, but nobody wants to wait and see how things play out. They just want to immediately complain, like, oh, they're not giving me what I want. Neckbeard.
Well, that was the funniest thing ever. Yesterday when I was watching the stream, Dwight was like, "Oh, look at this! You got all your hands. You got the closed fist, the open ones, the thwip, and the gripping ones." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm laughing because I know why he's being like that, being like super sarcastic with it, because everybody's always complaining. We need more hands. We need more hands."
I've always wondered why Spider-Man has never come with web gripping hands, because like the thwip is cool, but he don't swing by the thwip. He grabs the web.
Right. That was very cool, though. And again, a difference of where they listen and are pointing out that they're listening to what people are saying.
I like the fact that Hasbro allows them to like bite back a little bit against the customer base, because most companies would be like, don't insult our customer base. Don't rile them up. Nah, these guys have done enough for us, and they're allowed with everything that they've given us over the past decade that Dwight's been in charge.
Correct.
It's like Dwight should be able to tell you, like, man, get the fuck out my face. Relax. I know what you want. I'm gonna
on the stream.
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna get it to you.
Let Dwight be in charge of the chat.
Like, Dwight
be like, you want to go?
Been moving efficient product for a decade. In any other business, you'd be like, oh, I could trust him. I could give him a brick and he'll bring back 20. Like, but we don't do that for Dwight. We guys, you didn't do what we wanted you to.
Yeah, and you know what? With that is being said, is a reason of why I say, when I say I wish Black Series was doing stuff like Marvel Legends, just because of exactly what you're saying. They've addressed stuff. They come on the stream and they say it, like, we've heard you. Here you go. Here's your hands, which that one's coming with 4 different sets of hands. And then you get that. And then also, the joking about it. We've listened to you. We've done that. And they're giving other people the chance to reveal it. They already had Boog set up to do the reveal and everything that he showed this morning. And they pushed the hell out of it. Right. But they've been doing that with a lot of different people. And Boog's had a couple. The Amazing's had a couple. Of course, because they have the following, they know what to do, and they're good with it. And they pushed them. They did it. How many times did they say Boog? And then this morning, how many times, hey, go check it out? They know exactly what they're doing, which is, I feel, is a positive.
No,
I think Boog's been the loudest voice for more hands. So it was dope that they gave him that reveal of like, yo, look at all these hands. You got hands to put everywhere.
Yeah.
And somebody asked, what's the last figure to be shipped with plastic? And I believe it's the 20th anniversary figures. Which
like how you get into that?
Those still got the plastic. They showed off the toad.
The toad. Right. That was funny because that comment was going on saying you're cutting away from plastic windows, but toad is full. Like, okay, but marketing wise, this has already been done. Like,
and it's an homage it's an homage. So you like people, the reason these are so popular is because of it's the 20-year anniversary. You can't be like, oh yeah, we're gonna reissue all of those as an homage and then completely change the packaging.
Right. Exactly. And there's Toad there at the bottom is what we have, and then you can see the other 4. So that was like a line. And so I do feel like you're right. Our Legends, though, like the Thor wave that hit, those are still being shown up. I want to know, so what's going to be the whole first wave that comes out that is just this rendering on the front? I do still like that they kept the art on the one side, the figure on the other. I agree with a lot of people, though, that rendering in the front, maybe we should get some of these toy experts who can pose them up really good and have a shot in there of what it could look like. This is the figure. Somebody posed it, from whether it be D Amazing to Cheney to anybody, and posed it up. And here you go. Like, here's a real shot of them posed up instead of the rendering. I feel like that could have been a better way to handle the front artwork. because you kind of just got the same one on the side, and then you have the artist one on the other side.
Yeah,
which
but
is cool.
then paying somebody to pose it and photograph it means more price increase.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
they before I forgot who the guy was. We even had him on the show once on the Toy Migos thing. I can't remember his name anymore. But the one that used to do all the back artwork, remember Ernie? I
yes.
forget
Oh
his
yeah, yeah,
name.
that's right. I'm sorry, I do too. I forgot too.
But you could just get him, and he does. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just like some dope artwork he did with the Photoshop and all that stuff.
Correct.
You could
Yes.
easily do something like that, or you. I wouldn't see why you can't get, like, being Marvel. You can't get some type of panel or some type of art to just draw one up a cover. If I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn I saw one of those boxes that had artwork on it, not just the renders.
Of course, Trevor wants to see some toy photography on the boxes. He's trying to slide his business card to Hasbro, like, "Hey guys, if you need somebody."
I'm just saying that seems like a next step to me. Is that you've done good with the reaching out, the listening. I'm saying future wise, it would seem like that would be a good step, because there was a lot of feedback as far as your next box is just going to be this, so to see it really posed up in a way, I think would hit a community better.
I think
you may have
I think
not.
it's still a discussion of price, because right now, given influencers like the reveal, that doesn't cost Hasbro anything aside
No,
from
it
shipping.
doesn't.
But if you ask them if you give them the reveal and you say, "Hey, while you have this figure, I want you to take pose it up great, take some great shots." Now they have to compensate them for that too. And I don't think Hasbro's getting free. They're getting free advertising, and that the operative word in that is free. It's regardless of whether or not they're giving us what we want, they're still an evil conglomerate corporation. That's bottom dollar is what matters the most.
Okay.
Yeah. Free advertisement is the free advertisement is getting in touch with us in the community, like having Boog and all these other guys that have been doing reveals. Why? Because who doesn't follow Boog? For him to do a reveal like this, everybody's gonna watch it. You know what I mean? Other people, like the Moon Knight stuff, I don't know who the guy was, but everybody watched it after that.
Apparently, that was Oscar Isaac's brother.
Yeah, it's his brother. He's in the community for quite a while. He was out there. I thought that was cool to give it to him. It's his brother. He's down there, been shooting with him, doing stand-in stuff and like that. He's part of the toy community and like that. And then look at what happened. His YouTube following blew up because of it. Marvel hit him up. That was a great opportunity for him. But what's even better is he's a down-to-earth dude who just likes collecting just like we do, and took it as a great opportunity. I love the review. He was honest about stuff. So that
Imagine the excitement of having your brother in action figure form.
Yeah.
Like, I would get thrown out of every family gathering because I'd be putting my brother in the weirdest places. Like, Mom would come in and be like, "Why is your brother in the toilet?"
Yeah.
What?
But like it's going back to like when we always talk about other companies inside Hasbro. Marvel is the only ones that to me seem like they're in touch with everybody, that what the people that are buying their stuff is into. You got the extra hands. We always complaining about hands. They gave us hands, right?
Hands and heads.
Yeah, they giving us more figures that we asked for, that people want. Oh, we want this, we want that. They give it to us. They're into the community even more than ever by giving high profile people to some that we might not even know with reveals, which is awesome to me. You know what I mean? All that stuff is cool. And like Andre said, it is free advertisement.
See, here's another one that makes a great point, Andre, to yours. Donald is saying there's so many toy photographers out there that would do it just to get their names out there.
I was going to address that, because getting paid and exposure, that's a slippery slope. Anybody that's ever created art and given that art to like somebody that's an influencer, and the influencer's like, "Yeah, I figured I could just post your stuff on my Instagram account and the exposure would pay off for you in the long run." Nah, artists want cash. Artists want
when you get to a point,
like pay me for my time, or it don't I don't want payment and exposure, because that just that's probably one of the biggest influences I know. Trevor 1-6 shooter.
Yeah.
Don't, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
And I'm putting it out there. I'm getting in touch with the crowd, but this is exactly why I do this is because of this. So having my own show now is an opportunity to get into these issues more that we can on other shows, because when we talk about it as a community, this is what happens. And I want you guys to be very vocal in the chat. We got a lot to go over with this. And this is, yes, 1-6 shooter is out there and doing that. And I get that. But then we also got to look at the other people who are trying to see it in different ways. We got people who just started collecting, people who have been collecting like us for years and years and years. People have been doing it since kids, people who want to make a career out of this or are getting paid. So there's all these different reasons. And it's always, I feel like this should be fun. This should be something that you want to do and like that. And that's why I like doing these ones, is because of that, right, Dario? To get the word out there and to get these different opinions. And so kind of maybe when somebody's done watching this, they feel a different way or understand it a little bit better, is what I feel. Like, that's why I did the Black Series one. Like, people are like, Ernie, don't you hate Black Series? And I'm like, it's not that I hate it. Star Wars is my love. I want it to grow, which I feel like it should have by now. Very disappointed. Again, the boyfriend who beats me, like, just continuously keeps beating me down, and I'm right there like, oh, you look sexy as all get out when you
he'll change.
Reach your hand back. Yeah, he's gonna change. They're gonna do it someday.
He loves me, but I know he loves me.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And see, like I said before, is Marvel Legends to me is cool. We get the extra heads, we get extra hands. They give us Build-A-Figures. Hey, why not? Hey, they had a great stream, you know, and a good show and like that. And then it's so crazy to me to see all of the comments, you know, or something was negative. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get into this. Let's talk about it and why. And so, guys, for everybody that's just joining us, that's what we're getting into today. And that's what we're trying to get into, is how we can still keep it cool, but what are some of the issues that should be addressed?
Going back to what Andre was talking about and what Trevor had mentioned, so not to do it for free. That's cool. I would not do something for free, especially if I know like they're just going to get more out of it than I am. But then again, you got some like newer guys starting this. They've been doing their photography for the longest and feel like, hey, I'm not going nowhere with this because everybody wants to be like Johnny and all these other guys like The Amazing, and they start working for the companies, right? And some of these guys, they've been doing it for so long, they're going to feel like, well, nah, I haven't done it. No one's hitting me up. I'm so good at it. Everybody tells me I'm good at it. I got the following. If these people start using your photography to do a toy thing, somebody might just be like, yo, yeah, go ahead, use it. And then, eventually probably somebody else will come calling to get that paid job.
Yeah, but that's a double-edged sword, because if you have to already have the following for Hasbro to notice you, for them to come to you and be like, hey, we want you to do some photography. So you don't need the exposure necessarily, because you are big enough already for them to come to you. And on the other hand of that, if you did it for exposure, they're shipping out tens of thousands of these figures, and your art is on every single one of them, and you're not going to get a penny for any. I'm not saying you got to compensate me crazy, but give me like a half a penny for every unit shipped. Half a penny adds up. Talk to anybody that's in penny stocks. A half a penny, and they moved 1 million Amazing Fantasy Spider-Mans. Hey, man, that's a couple car payments. That's not a house.
I want some penny stock then.
You're right, but at the same time, even the people with the following might not get that look from a company saying, hey, look, we've been seeing what you've been doing. You got all these people following you. You want to work for us? Like, they still won't do it, So that's why someone like that might feel like, hey, like what makes me different from the other guy that does work now for such and such company? Like, I'm just as good, but like, what's going on?
Look at the guys we've seen.
Like you said, it's a double-edged sword. Like, it might be great for someone like they might see like, oh, I could do this and I'll blow up even bigger. Or someone could just be like, nah, You're gonna pay me for what I do, but at the end of the day, these guys are just gonna be like, oh, I thought you were doing it just for fun, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
every basketball player in the league was doing it just for fun until they got to the league, and now they're like, "Yo, I'm not stepping on that court until I got a max contract."
Yeah, until they got
Like,
good enough to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna play for
I
fun
respect
no more.
it, and I respect artists more than ever. 'Cause I just started my own business, and it's expensive. The upfront capital to start your own business is monstrous. So if somebody was like, yeah, man, I want to work with your company, but can you do a few of these buildings for me first? Like do the foundations, do the footings, do all the concrete sidewalks and stuff. And then I'll tell people that, yeah, I went to 4K Industries and they hooked it up and it looks good. I just spent $400,000 on cement mixers. I'm not trying to hear that. Yo, man, I'm gonna get you on the back end with some exposure. I'm gonna tell everybody in Seattle that you the mixer company to go to.
But you know who they will do though? When some other company comes and says, "I'll do the same thing for cheaper."
Yeah, and then they're gonna realize that cheap work.
Then I play the minority-owned business. Yo, you get tax write-offs if you go through me.
Andre always coming in with something.
Veteran-owned. If you go through me, yo, the government's gonna be like, "Oh man, you're helping small Black business. Here you go."
No, but it goes back to like I said, someone else might feel like, "Oh nah, I need the exposure. Let me do this for free." Like F it, you know?
Yeah, and
okay,
we'll see it in the end.
So we got boxes now that aren't going to have the window no more. But yet, Fortnite figures have been doing this. We haven't heard nothing about Fortnite. Transformers has done it halfway with that little window cut. And I understand that in box, it does suck for me. It does suck for people that are still hunting for paint apps. Because what if something on this Spidey was messed up? I'm not going to get it. So now how is that return rate going to be to try and get another figure? Are you going to have to grab two automatically and always return one? Is that what some people are going to do? Cheney talked about opening it right in the store and checking it right then and there.
Ernie, if you don't get out of here, you know that's what you do anyway. I have never seen you leave a store without two in your hand, except for that Baroness with the motorcycle. Every other figure you have doubles up.
Because I had to give one to Cheney.
Exactly.
And I couldn't be like, man, that sucks. Where's yours at? Don't you got two there? Oh, I do? Yes, you're right. As far as collectors, when we do, but there is still, Andre, a lot that don't. So I get what everybody says about paint apps and like that. But then I go back to Dario's point. So what about when you were ordering it? What did you do if you had a booty one come in? Like what did you do then? I feel like it's going to be the same thing now. But then this does lead to another one that a lot of people are asking about is figure swap, which is big because they're going to do that and just return it. Because it's already bad with an open window. They already take it back. They don't look at it or anything. They put it right back on the shelf. That's where a figure swap is already happening. So to me, though, that was already happening. Yeah. The big one, though, is that Transformers picture that was going around everywhere where somebody bought a Transformers in the store, opened it up, and it was a Coke and a sweet and sour sauce inside the package.
See, yeah. Stuff like that, I don't believe. Stuff like that, I feel like it's just doing it
it was a setup?
Yeah, a lot of these times, like, it's... Like
I would have been happy if it was a barbecue sauce. I'm like, all right, cherry Coke and barbecue.
Yeah, like that fake one where they put a giant man, a Toy Biz giant man in a box and was like, I found this on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like that. But I get the fig swap and stealing of the parts and figures because not for nothing, the past couple weeks I've been going out at this same Target, I see a lot of the wrestling figures ripped open and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, really? Wrestling figures? Like, what are you taking from there? You
accessories. There's a lot of good accessories in those.
Yeah, like
WWE figs.
I saw one of those Triple H figures, and it's all ripped up and everything. And I'm like, and it was all thrown in the side. A female figure was the same way, and I'm just like, damn. Like, I saw something, and they took the stands, like the stands that comes in the figure, and I'm like, seriously, bro? Like, it's like that, like, and when I see fig swaps online, and I don't know. To me, they're gonna do it regardless, bro. They've been doing it with the plastic thing. What makes you think that's not gonna happen with the?
That was my point.
Concerned about this because we're coming from an aspect of like law-abiding citizens, but criminals don't care if you make stealing easier. Like I was gonna steal anyway. Regardless, I'm gonna stand in front of the Target employee and put Eternals Pixie into a Wolverine box, and the Target employee that makes $16 an hour is like, "Who care, bro? Whatever. Do what you want to do." So this doesn't make it easier or harder for somebody that already had the mentality that they were going to do it in the first place.
And that's what I feel. Having three thugs on the show talk about it, we was going to do it anyways, is exactly my point. This has been going on. I don't feel like why now you feel like it's going to be more
worse. Yeah, nah.
Right.
The same people that were doing it before are gonna keep doing it now, and it's just gonna make it easier for them because now it's like, oh, I don't even got to try that hard.
I watched somebody in store take the NECA Goliath, no, the NECA Thalog, the reverse Goliath, took it out the box, put it in a North Face, and put a McFarlane Master Chief in the box, and just put it back on the shelf. And I just stood there like, yo, this is bold.
Right in front of you.
This is bold.
Man.
And I was like, y'all don't work here, so I don't care. And I got Thalog, but the audacity, you just be like, my man had his whole toolkit. He like rolled out the box cutter, like, shh, yep, let me take that. And I was like, yeah. So when I hear people complaining about the windowless package, ain't gonna change nothing. Thieves is still gonna thief.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying is, and then there was another comment from Felipe earlier saying, how come nobody has been complaining about, the Fortnite stuff, which we mentioned, and the Transformer stuff, because they've been doing this. We just don't get that little window inside as far as now we get a full covered box. So I kind of get the complaint on that of what you were used to, but the whole, we're not going to be able to, they're going to have a fig swap all the time now, like even more. I kind of feel that way. It's been going on. It's going to continue to happen. So
shout out to Jose Gonzalez. Due diligence in our toy collecting shows our real first world problems. That a truer statement has never been said. This is the most first world problem. Like, yo, Hasbro's trying to save the environment, and we sitting here like, man, I'm not gonna be able to see my paint apps.
Right. But then, so I said that immediately. That's exactly what I said. And then I catch Dario's comment later, like, so what happens when you order online? And I was like, oh shit, he's right. Wow. That's true. You don't get to pick when you do online. You just get what you get. You don't throw a fit. That was a real good statement.
My favorite part of shopping online is every company that you shop online with, if you have an unsatisfactory figure, you hit up customer service and they pay the shipping to send it back to them. Like oh man, I got a bum figure. All right, cool. We're sending you a new figure and a label if they even want you to send the bum figure back.
Yeah. Here's Berserk 69 with a good tip of the day. I saw a guy open a pack of disposable plates and stuff another pack in the same bag. The link to save 98 cents. That's true, because when you open up that paper plate, there's a lot of room in the top of that bag. Never thought of that one before.
I seen someone do that with the mini pancakes at Walmart. The same way, the whole, like it comes in stacks, like 2 stacks, right? The bag. And then I see someone open it up and put a 3rd stack in there and go, and boom, you don't tell. So now you got one bag with one stack, one bag with 3.
That's a stealing Eggo waffles, man.
So
this is the darkest timeline.
If Marvel's bumping up prices and Hasbro is, we might need those tips. Don't even worry about it.
Those memes where you see somebody put down toys to grab toilet paper. It's like decisions were made here today.
Exactly. So, okay. So we've addressed some box stuff. I mean, it's 50-50 on down the thing. I feel like I'm going to score because as long as Andre don't come out here and start shaking my stuff, then we're cool.
Oh, can touch every single box just to see what has something in it.
Then it's to me is that this whole price hike that we haven't got into yet. I mean, because some of them were up there, right? So Dario, you said Target was what for the Noir?
I'll tell you right now. Target came out to I think it was like 36 shipped. It's $29.99 with the shipping. It came out to I think like around 35, 36, something like that. And I bought 2 to get the free shipping, and it came out to $63, something like that. So yeah, everything went up in price. The Noir is $29.99, which is sold out already at Target.com.
Yeah, I didn't even see it. So although
question.
we're all complaining, people still got it. Now this is kind of feel where like took the Black Series one is they did that price hike because they called it an exclusive.
Yes,
and so now
I've seen it
exclusive are
at
going up in price.
The Target stuff that we talked about before with the iodized, carbonized, and they're just sitting there on the shelves.
Right.
No one's buying them.
Now, I don't know if that's because that's just another Star Wars repaint or the price. I had a Scout Trooper in my hand, and I put it back because that mug said $36, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, are you serious? And that was in store $36.
I have a question that I already know the answer to.
What's that, Andre?
Are we going to wait and see if the quality is worthy of the price hike, or are we just going to lose our minds over a price hike?
It looks like they're already losing their minds over the price hike.
So I said I already know the answer to it, but in a perfect world, like I hate seeing the price go up on things. Like I hate going to the store and seeing that Charmin Ultra Soft is $2 more this week. I just went to Costco, $2 more. And I was like, what? But man, if that Charmin Ultra Soft don't leave me feeling like heaven when I leave the bathroom. So the quality is worthy of the price hike. So that's what I'm going into everything with. Like, yo, am I going to be more satisfied with the artwork on the boxes? Am I going to start keeping boxes now because of the increase in quality? Like this animated Venom Null 2-pack is gorgeous. That is the most beautiful Venom I have ever seen Hasbro put out.
So did I.
So
and they told us up front it's nothing but a repaint. They said we used the movie Venom body and just painted it over.
And it's gorgeous because that's what people were doing with the movie Venom.
Yeah,
people were buying movie Venoms to make custom animated series Venoms.
And that's exactly what they said. He's like, oh, I know you guys been hitting us up saying we should make the Venom on this movie Venom body. He's like, so here it goes.
And I'm perfectly good with that because the quality matches the price increase. You can't tell me that, like, I see people buying third-party parts for their figures that cost more than the original figure. And they have no problem with it. People buy Mythic Legions, $40 figure. They buy a $35 head and a $45 soft goods cape. What? You have now doubled the price of your figure, and you're not complaining, but you're complaining over a $5 increase in a Hasbro figure?
The funniest part about that is that they're talking about the no windows on the boxes now, right? How many times has someone bought a figure that looked perfectly fine or probably the exact way that you want it just to get a custom head sculpt on it?
People find any reason to complain, and they will complain through their own hypocrisy. I have not seen a Sabretooth that doesn't have a Mayshelf head on it. Because people are, yo, this figure cost me too much. Let me go buy a head that costs 1.5 times price the figure.
$50.
What?
50.
But you complaining about?
I don't have me a Mayshelf head, and that's why I got to look at everybody else's and keep my Hasbro head on. I'm like, man, that looks nice.
That's no shade to Mayshelf because he does amazing work.
It's not. That's an artist's work.
It's the customers that are like, and I bet you if somebody said to Mayshelf, hey man, do this head for us and we'll pay you an exposure, he'd laugh him out the box. Like, nah, man, I'm gonna do this head and sell it at Decon. Where
all by itself.
Where I get appreciated and I get paid for my efforts.
So this Venom is great, but you're right. He called it a repaint, but he also made the point to say, this is what everybody's been asking for. Is it on this body? So, which is true too. Okay. And this has a spider on the back too, the backside. I love that part of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off those wings.
The wings is awesome because you could just peg them on there.
Correct. Yeah.
And I think they move too. They're posable from what I saw in the pictures.
I guarantee you people will steal those wings from Mythic Legions. There's 1,000 Mythic Legions collectors talk about that'll fit in perfect with my Legions. I know it.
Well, then if somebody just wants to sell me the Venom, I'll do that then. Because this was what, $80? for
Yeah,
this
because it's a
for these
two-pack.
two, right?
It's a 2-pack, yeah.
Yeah, because of the wings. I don't think the wings fold though, or are articulated. I thought they just moved on his back with a
They'll
gimmick.
fold with a heat gun.
Yeah, that's. I mean, to
And
put him in a pose.
No, Jesse, I do not work for Hasbro. I am just the last bastion of common sense, and I don't get my undergarments in a bunch because of things that are beyond my control, and that I have to wait and see the reasoning for in the future.
Oh, Lago said Dorkside is selling the wings separately if you want one and not the other. Oh, the figures. I mean, the figures. Well, they usually do that because I've gone to them for just the bath.
For the bath. I didn't know they were doing it for this one, though. I'm going to have to check Dorkside out. And Dorkside is getting everything, I guess, because somebody said that they're closer to the Hasbro warehouse. So, wow.
Thank you, Toy Box of Doom, for being a voice of reason.
Yeah, I was gonna put those up. So, Toy Box, what's up? Thank you guys for being here. Again, those of you joining us late, we're just going over the Hasbro stuff, but we're going at it again in a different way. I get to expand here on my channel. We're talking about issues, like Andre said, the first world issues of toy collectors. Where there was a lot about boxes, price increase, and other issues. So we're just trying to expand on that like we can on other shows. But this is my show, and this is what I want to do. And I got my friends here to talk about it. But we all different views. Just as there's different views in chats, I want all different views here. So Toy Box says the price increase isn't for no reason. The cost of goods and production around the world is going up. It's not just toys and Hasbro. I made that statement earlier. And yes, I agree with that. I mean, does it suck? Yes, but it's everywhere right now. Kevin did want to give you a shout out. That toilet paper saved him, Andre. So yes, he's with you on that one. I'm sorry. I'm still Kirkland TP all day. I need Costco to go ahead and sponsor this show. Send me some free TP. That'd be awesome. I'm down with that.
Free year subscription.
Yeah, give me my TP and give me my margarita. Woo, that's the only sponsorship I need right there.
Real quick, the Null is $22 at Dorkside, and the Venom Loose is $65.
You might as well just get the 2-pack.
Yeah. Whoo. Yeah. That is kind of hard, but this Venom is going to be sweet though.
They selling Venom at Build-A-Figure prices. Just get the 2-pack.
Yeah. And okay, so with that, I saw somebody else mention that. I just realized this isn't a Build-A-Figure wave. That's what I was saying. It's not.
It's a wave, all. It's not a wave.
No, these are fan channel exclusives.
Yeah, that one. This one is Target, right? No, the Noir was Target.
Yeah.
The Amazing one was.
No, this is not. You just had to order it.
Yeah, that one's everywhere, right?
Yeah, but they're calling it like fan channel, so it's not it's not in a bath wave, right?
Yeah,
and this one's just a 2-set.
The 2-packs don't count as a wave.
Correct, and that's what my statement was earlier. As far as this Spider-Man looks great to me, that's why I need this 2-pack.
This is that 2-pack is going to be so hard to get your hands on.
Yeah,
I mean,
I never ordered it.
I ordered 2 off BBTS, but
I put in 2 for this one too. for that Toy Migos rainy day.
This is the best Spider-Man. You could keep your Mafex, you could keep your Sentinel, you could keep all that. This is the build I want on my Spider-Man.
Yo, I don't even know how much this 2-pack was.
It's like 50 something, 54 or something like that.
Was it? So this was $10 more in a 2-pack?
I think on BBTS. I can't remember. I just spend it like I got it. I don't
$55.99 on GameStop for that 2-pack.
How did Nikki say it? If you got to look at the price tag, you can't afford it.
I got to look at everything, Andre. I had to go through and take stuff out of my cart. I was like, oh.
After I watched Boog's review, I was like, oh, this is in order. Make it rain.
Yeah. We got Moocher in the house, but McFarlane and Mattel prices haven't gone up yet. Well, just because nobody buys those, Mooch. Yeah. So with that, I'm just kidding. I'm biased. I know you love it.
I was going to say the same thing. Like,
it's true. But McFarlane is his own company that he has said he's trying. Correct. He's trying that. And Mattel seems like they just love everything He-Man. And they have so much He-Man that they can just put that out. And they're Mattel's wrestling figures too, right?
And don't McFarlane owns, or he doesn't own the licenses too, but he has exclusive rights to the license. And I think Mattel owns the license to He-Man, so they can just it's like
Correct.
printing money for them.
Yes.
Hasbro still has to pay licensing fees to Marvel.
And Star Wars and like that. So I do. But okay, so yes, this Spidey is good. I did pre-order this one, but I did not even look at the
Good,
price
Ernie.
just because I
This
wanted out.
is spectacular.
Yeah,
This is
it really
this
is.
is the
Okay,
Spider-Man.
we went through these ones. We were saying about exclusive wise. So this one up at Target. I didn't even get to see it. And is that the same damn Spider Pig?
It looks like it. The one that came with the Spider Gwen.
Yeah, they
No,
did
it's
say it
not.
had new. They said it had new deco.
It is, but it's just a solid figure. It don't move. The arms on the old one moved. So this is like a one of those old Smurf figures that doesn't move. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a standalone piece, and they were saying an accessory. So that kind of sucks.
I've got my Nendoroid with the Spider Ham head on it, so I don't need another Spider Ham. I've never been concerned with it because the Nendoroid with the Spider Ham head is the best for your dollar.
Okay, that's a nice one. I'm gonna have to check that out. I think I remember that, right? That happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so those in the chat, did anybody pick this up? Like, did it go up or it did not go up? Because when I kept checking it, I didn't see it up. Dario, did you actually see it up?
Yeah, I sent you guys the link.
Yeah, I saw the link, but when I pressed the link, it said pre-order sold out.
Oh yeah, and then they flew because I was able to get two of them.
And see, this went up in the higher price. Okay, Lago got one. All right. So it was up there, but I guess just fast.
Yeah, when I saw that you guys saw that you guys weren't looking at it, that's when I tagged everybody to look, and I think you were the first one to see it. Because the Target link didn't go up at 1 o'clock. It went up almost like around 2 almost.
Okay. Yeah, it was later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then this was the Target exclusive. Okay, just real quick. So everybody kept asking, this is an Amazon one. This went up a long time ago, and they said it will go back up at some time. I missed this one. I didn't get to get this one, so I do need this one. But this is going to be later, guys. So everybody who kept asking for this link was Dan literally said later. Not right now, later. And another one that's late. What's that?
Is that different from the silk that came out in the, I think it was the, oh.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm good with my silk.
And
you got the silk on that other one, and then you got the silk that was the fan vote one.
I got the original. I think it was in the Galactic Venom Build-A-Figure wave or whatever.
The first one.
Something like that. Yeah.
This was the first one. That's the one you're talking about, Andre. That was the first one. Then we got the fan vote one, and now this is the third one. And this is the same Doc Ock, same tentacles. Dwight said they're not bendy or nothing. He just comes with a different head. And look at those glasses are on upside down.
Meet the human head. Shout out to Nate.
So yeah, this is. Oh, I thought we had the picture with all the accessories in it. She comes with a different head. Okay,
they didn't put much pictures of the Doc. They just showed them to tell us that it was a 2-pack between both.
Okay, so that's an Amazon one. Now here's the one that I'm gonna need, but this didn't go up either yet. They said later. I was so disappointed to hear this is a Walmart exclusive.
Ugh.
Yeah, because Walmart sends stuff out in bags. We all know that, just like Amazon does.
Oh, that's if you're lucky enough to even get to that final process.
Exactly.
Because they'll cancel you a couple months, a couple weeks, or like right away before you even get it. So, if you got to the shipping part, then you just won. You won the game.
So I'm already putting out there. Somebody sees this in store, please message me. I do need at least one for right there. It's got to go there. But yeah, I was scared. So it was cool that they were doing this again. Another Build-A-Figure being released in the retro Spidey wave. And then they ended, wasn't it like real quick too? Walmart exclusive. So going on to the next one, it was like just thrown in there real quick.
Yeah, well, talking about bendy, this got a bendy tail.
Okay, Felipe says, and here's where I got to contradict this. What's up, Felipe? The Doctor Strange Walmart exclusive went pretty smooth. I got mine in one day. I understand that, but it did get canceled to a lot of people. Mine got canceled. Mine, I got that email. Sorry, unavailable to.
I forgot what I bought on Walmart the
Yeah.
last 4 times, and like after like 2 months, 3 months, then I get that email. Oh, your order's been canceled.
Then when I saw it on Twitter, somebody put up that they were restocked again. That's how I got mine. So I get that they restocked and we got it, but I kind of feel like this lizard's going to be more popular. So
Yeah.
I feel people are going to do the max ordering. They see it in store, they're going to buy them all type thing. I don't know, but you're right. If we get lucky enough to send one, hopefully they don't send these in those stupid ass bags, because I've never been lucky with the Walmart order. It comes bent, messed up.
And when I talk about Walmart and saying they cancel orders, it's not the ones that say in stock. It's always pre-order. The in stock stuff is actually shipping. Like Lago just said, the Turtle Farm pack for the NECA Turtles and stuff, the movie set that went up. Everybody pre-ordered it, and it all gets canceled. But what happened? NECA just put it out yesterday that they went up and they're in stock and they're shipping out. So.
Yeah, which we talked about. Hasbro has been doing better about getting your stuff, just like NECA and everybody else has. So I'm hoping for the best on this, that it will turn into a Doctor Strange situation as far as if you get canceled or you didn't get a chance on the pre-order, that they're going to put it back up again and it just sits there. Because yes, admittedly, yes, Doctor Strange sat there for a couple of days for people to reorder again, get another one, get it the first time, whatever it may be. I am hoping for the best. I just feel collecting scalper wise, this is going to be harder to obtain.
Oh yeah,
I do feel that way. But then again, we had a lot of. I like the lizard. It's fine, I think. But Dario, you had made the comment this isn't correct.
I don't think it is. It looks more to me like the 70s animated show.
Well, it's got two heads. One of the heads is definitely based on the classic, and one of them is the 94 animated series.
Whoa. What's happening here? Did I lose it all?
Nah, you go there and now inside the image, yeah.
So this is the one.
That looks like classic. The other head,
that one.
Yeah, that one looks like the 94 animated series.
Yeah, you're right, it does.
Because remember, the lizard wasn't a mindless creature for the whole thing.
There's that one.
He had the brain of Dr. Connors still. So he had some humanity still in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
In the collecting community, what I've discovered, because I've cut back a lot of my collecting, I'm not a Marvel Legends completionist anymore. My Marvel Legends is restricted to Spider-Man and 94 animated series X-Men. I don't do MCU. I don't do anything else. So I've learned that, you know what, scalpers are a part of this collecting hobby now. At some point, you're going to have to bite the bullet. I needed animated series Beast for I don't know how long. I finally bit the bullet. A scalper was selling it for $55, and I was like, all right, cool, $55 complete, whatever. And I didn't think twice about it. I need it, I want it, and I got the bread sitting around, so I might as well just accept the fact that you are going to have to deal with a scalper at some point in collecting.
Yeah, but that's what we got to stop. So you're talking about the Legends Beast?
Yeah.
Not the retro one, the one that came out in the yellow box. Right. That's what I'm saying. I never got a text saying, Ernie, do you have another Beast? Well, I probably had 4 of them sitting there. Yeah, right. I'm so upset right now.
Wolverine.
I just saw it and I was like, you know what?
You can't.
Whatever. Click. Here's your bread.
Send your text next time. Man, because all it takes is well, of course.
I wasn't even thinking about I remember exactly how it happened. I was literally setting up my Sentinel and I was putting my X-Men around my Sentinel and I put Cyclops down and I put Jean down and I put Colossus down and I was like, I don't have Beast. All right, let me jump on real quick and see if I can find anything in Marvel Legends community or nope. And And then I saw one for 55 that hadn't sold yet, and I was like, "Yo, send that."
Man, see, I gotta slap your hand on that one. I say no. You got to put the text or the message out to us first. If not, or I would have found one for you, because I can't do that. I really feel that of the don't ever support scalpers. That's what I feel too.
You know what? I got a question that just popped into my head.
What?
A scalper is someone that goes and gets something just to flip it, right?
Immediately.
Okay. Is that the only difference between him and me selling it maybe a month or two later for double the price?
Yeah, because that's demand. Okay, so a scalper to me is somebody who goes out and, okay, let's say Lizard was going to go out, hits the Walmart and buys all the lizards, not for his friends, not for anybody else, to immediately flip on there. If you're talking about months later and the price has risen itself and you're just matching what is there, that's a different scenario to me. That's not. At this time, I feel everybody had their chance to order it, pre-order it, order it, locate it, ask the community for help, and like that. That is different. If you're buying up a whole case to sit on it and flip on it immediately because of demand, to my eyes, that's what a scalper is.
Hasbro supports scalpers because Hasbro Pulse is the worst ordering website that I have ever had to deal with. You make this stuff in-house. How do you run out of stock? Hasbro supports scalpers just from that simple fact. I should be able to go on Hasbro Pulse and I should be able to order every figure that they've made in the last like 5 years reasonably because you make it. And I know you got warehouses full of rogues and full of Juggernaut Wave cable. I know you do. There's no way you sold all of those. But Hasbro's like, yo, we'll put them up. And they sell out in 5 minutes. How? You have the factory. You make it. I ain't never been to KFC and they was like, yo, we got a chicken. That's the chicken spot. Taco Bell ain't never turned me away and be like, yo, sorry, you missed the pre-order for nacho fries. We're out. No. Hasbro should not be able to run out of Hasbro figures. That's stupid to me. And I hate Hasbro Pulse. For things like, yo, we're putting out these army builders. You can only buy 5. What? Army builders are a license to print money. And they're like, yo, you can only buy 5.
Yeah,
son.
something like that. I don't understand why it's not like basically like available at any time, you know?
Uh-huh.
If it's because the production hasn't been done and it only has, let's say, 1 million of them, well, you know what? Then that's when you do a pre-order, made to order stuff. Be like, all right, well, this is the first batch. The next batch is coming out in 3 more months, and then so on and so forth. You know, but for some, when they call it an army builder and it's only a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, you should have as many as you have, like constant infinity.
Know how many
Or those
people,
army builders.
know how many
Yeah,
I
people
think that
got
too.
a 35-foot tall, what's his name, elongated man? Because the ninjas came with the legs for that joint. Yo, nobody wanted to buy that figure at full price over and over and over again. But now you got a stilt man that is up there touching the International Space Station because you wanted to army build ninjas. You're ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I got like about 6 or 8 of them sitting in a box somewhere.
Everybody's talking about this, Andre. You brought up a whole nother can of worms about everybody being out of chicken, from Popeyes to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, them
Marvel
Popeyes
Kick
chicken
said
sandwiches was a dark time in America.
they definitely ran out of those chicken sandwiches. Yeah, Marvel Kicks, you know what they didn't run out of, though? Your chicken fingers. They didn't bring me my damn wings.
Yo, and all that was going
got your
down,
fingers.
I went and got a KFC chicken and a Popeyes chicken sandwich. I'm like, yo, these both is butt. Like, what, why y'all all tripping off of this?
Then I promptly went to Chick-fil-A and was like, the Lord's chicken is still the top.
The Lord, I still ain't never been in no Chick-fil-A. What
Oh,
up,
you
I don't
were
even think they're that good.
In-N-Out guys.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm fine
In-N-Out-
with my McChicken from
In-N-Out's
McDonald's.
trash.
What?
In-N-Out's
Andre,
garbage.
I
You got
swear.
4 things on the menu and none of them are outstanding. That's ridiculous. If
But
you
they're
only got 4
delicious, son. What are you
only
talking
got
about?
4 things on the menu, those should be the greatest things I have ever had in my life.
How is
You're-
In-N-Out not great?
it's just substandard. But I get it. Californians are used to just settling for what they got.
Ah,
A view. They're good with a view.
So, like, I can't blame y'all for thinking that. Like, I heard somebody say that In-N-Out was better than Whataburger, and I was like, blasphemy. I can't believe you have been to a Whataburger and have said to yourself, "No, I prefer In-N-Out burger." Just don't reproduce. That's all I'm saying.
what the man? I don't know. Like you were just on point, and now all of a sudden you're just woo out there. It's like you're trying to cancel this show early to get back to the fashion show.
I mean,
Like I can understand that, but man,
Chick-fil-A is, or In-N-Out is the Star Wars of the food world. It's all about hype. It has a dedicated fan base that grew up with it, and they're just keeping it alive.
you're hurting me right now, Anakin. Now I know how Padme died from sadness. I can't believe you're saying just all this bullshit. Like,
Well, how about this toad?
This toad. Speaking of toads, all right. So this is going to be our last one in this packaging, guys. Because yes, Andre was right about one thing. You got to keep up the same thing. You already got Hulk. I don't even have Hulk.
I got two, and it's because I walked into my comic book store, and I was like, I was looking for Bronx, so I walked into my comic book store to find Bronx, and they didn't have Bronx, but they had like 6 of these, and I was like,
what?
I was like, let me get 2 of them Hulks, and I walked out, and I was like, I was very disappointed in myself because I really wanted Bronx. Like the only reason I left my house was to find Bronx, and I was like, I'm gonna find Bronx, or I'm not spending nothing. But you know, as soon as you leave the house, going outside is dangerous because as soon as you leave the house, you spend $200. And I bought 2 of these Hulks and was like, yo, I have this figure. I have this figure like 4 times already. And I still don't think this is better than the Hulk Juggernaut 2-pack Hulk. It's just
really.
It's just the only thing I like about it is that it comes with the little base. But I think the Juggernaut 2-pack Hulk is still the best Hulk that Hasbro's put out.
Yeah, I like that one. I remember that one. My comic shop also got that 20th Hulk, and I should have hit him up and said, "Hey, save me one," but I never did. So if I go there and it's there, then I might get it. I don't got none of those 20th figures.
I got Cap on the way too. Cap is in my pile of loot. I think I got 3 of those.
I didn't even know he was in Big Bad until maybe a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, you could have ordered them there. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people got in Cap. But going back to this is our last one. Toad, finally. Like we didn't know this was coming. Of course it was going to be Toad. You're reproducing all the first ones. So those who are saying, yes, Toad, like, come on, really? Are you new? Like we all knew it was going to be Toad. It wasn't going to be something else. But I do feel like, yes, Andre, you're right. You got to follow in. All the other ones are done like this. This is classic. This is the way it's done. I also think we're still going to get some more Marvel waves that are still going to have plastic in them too. Like that's not done yet. I think next year is going to be the whole box thing where everything's in boxes.
You think this is like a trial run type of thing?
No. I think that's just the way it has to go. I mean, I think it is all for environmental reasons. I do. I don't think it's about cost or anything else. I think it's the way we have to go. But
they're going to stick with the split. We're going to get figures in the cardboard sleeves or whatever, and they're going to keep doing the retro carded figures with the plastic because that's what's retro about it. And they're going to hide under that banner of, well, it wouldn't be retro if we went plasticless. Now, would it?
I could see something like that, and that would make it more of a grab that you would want it because of that reason. Oh, it looks like the old Toy Biz stuff. Yeah, or like the carded figures, like the vintage waves.
Shit, because I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about the retro waves. That pissed me off if I had a box retro wave. There's no way that is going to look symmetrical in my stuff. Oh, man. No, you can't do a retro wave in a box.
Yo, your bowls are full. You got food. You got water. What do you want from me? Oh. Okay.
But no, I could see that happening, like what he said, and having like just this type of style, like the retro stuff, come out in the plastic, like don't change it at all, but just the regular figures that's gonna be everywhere. Here's the cardboard box for it.
Darth Moocher is right. You might as well wrap it up in In-N-Out wrapping paper because In-N-Out tastes like plastic figures.
Oh my God! Feed your damn cat.
Double
Probably mad.
animal style taste, just like when you heat up a figure and you use your teeth to do the final pop out. That's what In-N-Out tastes like.
Look, the views of Andre, the Slithering Darkness, is not part of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. This is this man's view on his own. I love In-N-Out.
I will put White Castle up against In-N-Out, and White Castle will win every time.
I will be on my next show or my next event. I will show up in my Vans In-N-Out shoes with my In-N-Out socks.
And I'm going to bring you a Crave case from White Castle, and you're going to strip. You're going to get those 32 burgers in your mouth and be like, oh, this is so good. It's going to hurt coming out, but this is so good.
Oh, man.
Only thing bad about White Castle is it comes out in a bowling ball. It just gets in your stomach and impacts. And it's
that's what put me in the hospital the first time. So
that's how we almost.
It was deliciously dangerous.
Well, see, I will never go then again if that's what almost took out Dario. Man, I didn't know that. I'm against it now for sure. Don't do that to me. Okay, so Moocher, what Andre was saying has a point. So you already out of the box collectors, do you seriously not care about a box? You really don't? Like, it don't matter to you. It don't matter the art on the front. It don't matter what it looked like. These retro cards don't matter. These classic legend series don't matter. Does it truly not matter to you? Or is it eye candy for you that makes you grab the figure more? I mean, that's a great point. If I'm opening the damn thing anyways and ripping it up like you guys do, why, honestly, yeah, then why do you care about the box? Even if I know that I'm opening it and Andre knows this, I'm still standing in the store looking for a pretty box. I really am.
I know that if I buy a figure and I'm concerned about the box even the slightest bit, it's because I know that at some point I'm selling that figure. I might not know now, but I know that eventually I'm going to look at that and be like, why did I buy this? This got to get out my house. Like Stab of Hades. The third-party Deathstroke. I bought this, pulled it out the box, and I realized I already spent $80 on the Mezco. Or excuse me, $90 on the Mezco PX edition, the black and orange sleeve. So when I pulled this out the box, I was like, all right. And it doesn't come with trigger fingers. The character's main weapon is guns. Doesn't come with trigger fingers. So I looked at the box and I was like, you know where you're going, right, buddy? Right back inside. This is gone as soon as I have the opportunity to put it up for sale. So that's what whenever I say I wanted that box, it's not because the box is pretty. It's because I know I'm going to need something to ship it in later.
Yeah,
really?
That part.
Okay,
unless they ask for you not to ship it in box. But with a figure like that one, most of the time is you got to keep the box.
Yeah.
So then I don't understand the difference. This is exactly what my next question was. 1/6 shooter says I throw out Black Series and Legend boxes, which means exactly what Andre's saying. Only those ones. You don't do certain ones. So if you guys open up everything and then razz me because I'm in box collector and I still keep the box after, then what's the difference of you guys keeping certain boxes for other figures?
Well, some of our boxes, like 1/6 shooter can speak to this. Mythic Legions, collector friendly packaging. It's just a cardboard. It's a cardboard art thing with a plastic sleeve over it. So you can pull your figure out, put your figure back in, and it'll look like you never opened the packaging. So keeping collector friendly packaging, that's whatever. But with you, and you're like, oh, I have to make this Hasbro box or this Black Series box collector friendly, and you pull out your little jeweler's glasses and your tiny little knife and slice open the bottom, and then you lick it and blow it to make sure nobody can see where the tape was severed. That's ridiculous. That's going above and beyond. You have now spent more time opening it than you're going to spend enjoying. Like, think about how much time you've spent gently slicing open figures, and now think about what you make an hour, and think about how much time, how much money you could have made in that time. That's wild, Ernie.
The boxes I keep are obviously the Hot Toys, Mezco,
I keep all
And-
toys.
and
Collector-friendly packaging.
or probably like those more expensive figures. But like figure arts, majority of my figure art stuff, I throw the boxes out and they're gone.
That's what I was just gonna say. I saw somebody that had a wall full of DBZ figure arts boxes, and I was like, why? I mean, I could maybe understand keeping the plastic tray so you can keep track of all your hands and your effects, but the box? It's just a white box with some yellow color on it.
Yeah, nah, all those boxes are gone, and even the Mayfex stuff. The only ones I kept in the box so far, and it's because I just haven't even like messed with them, are like the latest Spider-Man stuff that came out. But most of the stuff prior to that, they're all in baggies, baby.
Oh, okay, so why?
My girl asked me if I was going to keep the Sentinel box, and I looked at her like she was out of her mind. It's like, yeah, it's a pretty box, but look at how big that thing is. There ain't no reason to keep this box.
It's a real pretty box.
Unless you're gonna resell it, and that's the only reason to keep a box for something that big.
Ernie's keeping that box so he could pretend he has another Sentinel. That's it. That's going to be in the background of all his shots. Like, yeah, I got 2 Sentinels. Yeah.
Fake it till you make it, baby. That's how we started this show.
I know probably some of you guys, the Black Series collectors, you don't display the box. Some people don't display the box in the front. They put it on the side just to see the number.
Right. Or now the artwork. Because remember I talked about that before?
But before it used to be just
switched.
black with the number.
Yeah, the number. Right.
Like,
I put all my
what are you doing with
facing
that?
to see the figure.
Look, I got
now
all the
they
boxes.
do it
I
for
got
the
1
art.
through 4. I got 1
It's
through
true.
30. I'm only missing 21. Like the hell?
Because it's just like Andre said right now, to show that you have them all. Ooh, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm big and bad because I got numbers 1 through 25. Or like that. Yeah, I got 2 Sentinels, knowing damn well there ain't nothing in the box. But okay, so you guys are saying collector friendly. How is this? Here's a perfect example. The new Ned and Peter 2-pack. How come this isn't a collector friendly box? They all come with a lot of accessories, a masthead, a backpack, and all this. So, and they come with a tray that holds it all. Why isn't that the same? Why is this different that you're going to rip this open and not keep it and tear it up and put it in a baggie? How come you don't call this friendly?
Ernie, we love you. Even though you hold on to your boxes, we're never going to stop loving you. We're just going to call you weird for the rest of the time. Because like you're a fire hazard. All that cardboard, all that plastic, one errant ember, everything. Woof.
This room is done.
Like,
is that what's wrong?
Like
but it is, though. It's true. Where am I going to do with this? What's the difference of keeping the boxes that I do keep that I've opened a figure, and then to this, like, yeah, I got to put the accessories in and like that. I hate that about that. If I don't have a box to keep my accessories in, and if I just had a baggie like you guys do, I don't know what damn accessory goes to what. Whose hand is
I'm going
this?
to get on Amazon right now and send you a tackle box and a label maker so that you could sort all that out.
Oh,
what do you do when you open a figure?
As far as what with the extras?
He doesn't know. He doesn't.
Let's say right now the ones you opened up the last time for the Star Wars stuff, right? You opened it up. You ripped up the box and the plastic. You kept the plastic?
No, you guys make me crunch and tear all that up. You guys make me do
so what are you doing with all the stuff that come?
Some of those accessories
I have it
are
all
still
together
lost in the carpet.
Yes, I have them laying down next to it right now.
Stepping on them like loose Legos.
I do. Because until I figure out somewhere to put them with it, like I have the ones that you guys have. That photo box case is a great idea to keep it in there with the figure.
Corinne, get in here. Take your chunkless off so we can find my accessories.
When you step on it, don't step too hard. Yes, I get that. But if I have the figures on display here now to go with everybody, and I just have a big box of accessories, I feel that's a waste of space.
No,
so,
the boxes
and then you
are a
label
waste of
them.
Space. You get a tackle box, and get a label maker, and even if you don't want to label them, like you can look at hands and be like, oh, that goes to Gamora. Oh, those are Spider-Man hands. oh, those are MCU Spider-Man hands.
Oh, you guys always say that like in the streams and the shows all the time. I'm like, how do you know whose damn hand that is? Oh, that's
keep them. I keep them
that's
in the baggies with me. Look, all his
Look at
extra
that.
hands and head sculpts is in the same bag.
yeah, but
I
when you see
can't
it
do
though,
the whole
too.
tackle box, but I seen that, and I see that's a
Okay,
that's a hell of an idea.
There's Peter
That
Parker
tackle
right
box
there.
is like, okay, all these trays, these are all extra heads. These are all the extra hands.
Okay.
These are all the guns. These are all the weapons. I can't do that because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go look. But at the same time, when I think about it, the only reason I do this is I keep everything together because I know, okay, all this came with that figure. Cool. But a tackle box is even a better idea because you got all these hands and you could keep swapping them until you run out.
If I do a baggie, I'm probably gonna sell that figure too.
Yeah.
I keep all my stuff in the baggies.
Okay, but I like the label creator. I do, because then to me in my head that's more of I know whose that little box's accessories are those. Because like I said, you guys call it out like crazy, like, oh, look at that, Peter Parker has the 2019 Magneto hands. That's pretty weird, but all right. And I'm like, yo, how do you know that? I got it right here still sitting. I'm trying to put it in a way, so I don't know. I may like that idea as far as putting accessories in a little thing with the label creator. I'm gonna need lots of labels though. I'm gonna need like a whole fat roll.
A whole bunch of labels is a lot more space saver than a whole bunch of boxes.
Yeah,
that got nothing in it because your figure's on display.
Yeah, that's
so you're double hoarding because now you bought doubles, one to display and one to have out, in the shelf. But now you keep them both boxes. All you
gotta do is make one label, Black Series. Just slap it on there and throw all your accessories in there. I know you can look at a Black Series figure and you'll know, oh, that's so and so's hands. Oh wait, no, they don't have swappable hands or heads, so you shouldn't be worried about accessories anyway.
I do though.
No, those are not her hands. Those are Ahsoka's hands.
That's
exactly
20th anniversary. That's 20th anniversary Luke's lightsaber, or that's Bespin Luke's lightsaber. Like, Ernie, why do you know this?
Because
do you see the skin tone and that one vein on that index finger? That's how you know the difference.
This came out of the package with the orange circle, not the green one. What are you doing?
Yes, that's absolutely right. Okay, point proven. All right, I do know my Star Wars figures and old toys, but that's what I'm saying though. See, because we get a lot more in Marvel Legends, so it freaks me out. I don't know what to do all those pieces. I know with the Black Series, I'm just getting a saber and maybe a gun.
And then with a deluxe word in front of it.
I don't know why.
For $45.
I can go and look at my accessory box right now, and I can tell Wonder Man's hands from Doctor Strange hands. Both bare hands. And then I could look and be like, oh no, this is an Iron Fist hand. I don't know why, but like you instantly see the hand and you're like, oh, I know what figure that came with. Bam. Just like any other accessory. Like, I know this is Punisher's sawed-off shotgun, not Hammerhead's sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah, that's true. I get you on that. But I like your little labeling thing there. I may have to do that. That might work out. But is there anything else you guys wanted to touch on before we head out of here? Anything you think we missed? So we talked about price increase. We talked about the boxes. We talked about plastic and packaging and what we're getting and what they address, which I felt was the biggest. We went over with what seemed to me like the biggest complaints in the community. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add?
No, because just like Andre said earlier, no matter what happens, someone's going to complain about something.
Yeah.
I just want people to wait. Like, just like anything else, if you spend an exorbitant amount of money on something, you got to see the quality of it. You got to experience it before you can complain about it. If you go and you order a $150 steak and then you eat that steak and you're like, yo, I can die today and I'm good. You're going to complain about the fact that steak was $150. You're going to be like, yo, that was money well spent. So having this pinless Spider-Man with toe pivot and great articulation and
all the hands,
head and all the hands and webs. Like, this is the Spider-Man I have been waiting for. All of you spent $100+ on a Sentinel Spider-Man that came with a gargoyle that you didn't even want, so that you could get toe pivot and articulation and all that other nonsensical nonsense. You spent $134. Now you're getting one at $27, and it's got all the same articulation minus like 5 of waist articulation. Relax, calm down, wait to see the quality before you explode. I can't believe it. Or you could do the other thing and just not spend your money.
And then those are the same people, when everybody gets it in and starts raving about it, they're like, "Oh man, I should have ordered one."
Yo, anybody got one for retail?
No, I'm scalping it for triple.
I'm good with everything that they revealed. I don't buy MCU figures, but I'm probably buying that Ned and Tom Holland 2-pack just for like civilians.
Oh, I did it already at Big Bad.
It's like everything that they revealed was dope.
I gotta buy that Ned because then hopefully somebody will sculpt an Ernie head someday and I can just throw it on that body and be ready to go. Like, no.
It's got to be young Ernie, and you could pick up that 112 Charger from Big Bad Toy Store and pop the trunk and be selling Star Wars figures out the back of it.
Somebody print me mini figs.
Which means we got to take that Tom Holland body and put a Cheney head on it.
To buy the figs? Yeah, and that's the story all the time. Yeah, see, I wasn't scalping though. I was slinging. I was just making sure everybody got their figures.
The difference between a scalper and a reseller is the scalper is somebody that you don't know and have some animosity towards. The reseller is the homie. Oh yeah, he hooked me up.
I showed up to the
gave it to me, paid plus shipping plus gas.
I just straight showed up at the movie line, popped open the trunk, and was like, "Yo, who wants Star Wars figures?"
Like, imagine the police on that beat. Like, this guy's selling dope right out the back of his trunk with no regard. Wait, are these toys? Yeah, man. You trying to get down? You trying to get high? You want some plastic crack?
That was me.
Trying to figure out if it was illegal or not.
Huh. He was trying to light the box on fire, and then I really flip out for hitting a cop to try to light it up. Like, I know this is a new drug. Yeah. I've always been that way.
I'm gonna get an arrest out of this somehow. I just don't know how.
For real, breaking my tail light. We talked about that before. Oh, your tail light's out, son. Oh, is it? Dang. All right, gentlemen. Well, I think we did an entertaining show. We talked about a lot of topics in the community right now that I hope some people can understand better. And I get it. It's our passion. It really is. We are going to feel a certain way or complain about something and think that it's wrong or somebody can always do better. It is because we're passionate about it, you know? So that's how I feel. But I hope that doing these type of stuff is what makes somebody feel a little bit different. Like, okay, they had a lot of different points. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, this is just supposed to be fun, entertaining, and something for us to do. I don't do sports or anything like that. This is my passion, is collecting. So I am going to have issues about it or wanting something more than somebody else. Like, I understand, I'm so stoked about these Spider-Man figures. I can't wait till they come in. I didn't even look at price when I pre-ordered. Oh, shit, Evil Diva's here. I'm just kidding. I didn't pre-order anything. But everything that Andre's going to send me is cool. Like, Andre, I appreciate that. And thank you for sending me all these sets that I'm going to get.
Seeing Black Series collectors complain about any other toy line is like, yo, you have been getting abused for years. You can't say no. The girl in the abusive relationship can't give relationship advice.
Is that why I love all the other lines no matter what? I'm like, these lines are great. Look at
you collect the worst line and you're complaining about everything else. You should be amazed by everything else.
Yes, this was a great RLU reunion here, reminding me of the days.
Yeah,
I have my brothers here with me.
The RLU is on a break. Dario's dying. I just started a new business. Rich is getting his body done again. Adrian is trying to recertify as a forklift operator, and Adam is Batman now. Ever since the Batman came out, like Adam's been going out at night and fighting crime in Chicago, and like it's weird, man. He's like I call Adam and all I hear is underneath the bridge. I'm like, Adam, no, you don't have to sing that to me every time I talk to you. Relax.
Adam was on last week. It was great. Now I have you guys. I wish Rich would hop on here, man. I got to. I miss our old days. I remember when I was Rich's favorite, and then I got kicked out and I wasn't on no more shows. I like that too. I was like, man, I slept in your house.
You didn't get kicked out. He left.
He left. That was it. He left. He said he was going out for cigarettes and never came back. Is this the feeling that I have?
We're still waiting for them cigarettes.
Because I miss Rich all the time.
Told me he was going to get milk.
He used to take me everywhere. Yeah. I was like, "You're gonna be back, right? Okay, I'll just wait here for you. No, I don't have to go with you." And then Rich never came back. I miss Rich. I miss the hell out of Rich.
Stay tuned for the ROU end of the year special releasing in July.
A year and a half later.
That's the last episode we recorded, and it was supposed to drop in like February.
Yeah, that's craziness. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Dario, you look great. Where can we keep up with you at?
You can keep up with me on Toy Migos Instagram page alongside with Lago and Cheney. Just posting as much as we can.
Awesome. And Andre, Slithering Darkness. Man, has anybody made your toys yet? Giving you those Slithering Darkness accessories? Or everybody back out?
Nah, I've talked to Justin at Spiro. There's something in the works. And
okay.
There's a new line. I don't know if anybody here has heard about it, called Savage Crucible. Looks to be heavily influenced by swords and sandals, as our friend Adrian would say. And there's some really good looking prototypes that I've seen out there. And I'm going to try to insert the Slithering Darkness in there somehow. But look up Savage Crucible, especially if you're like a fan of Mythic Legions. These look really good. And I might be getting out of Legions for Savage Crucible.
Whoa, for real? Dang.
Yeah, these are nice. They're giving me all the things that I've asked for. They're giving me hands that hinge the right way. They're giving me diversity. Like there's black characters, there's Spanish characters, there's Indian dudes, there's lizard man. There's like my key thing in every figure is like figure line. I want diversity and I want them to pose right.
Yeah.
And I've never seen somebody hold a sword and swing it like that, or a gun and swing it like that, unless you're from the hood and you do it like that. But
with a sword? Sideways too?
Hey, whatever the locos want to do.
Our swords are usually we call machetes swords if we want to be fancy.
I mean, personally, I'm gonna be more scared of a gang member that pulls a sword on me than a gun, because I'm like, whoa, you don't pull a sword unless you know how to use it.
On guard.
Not only that, too, but where did you have it at too? If you didn't notice that fool was coming at you with a machete or a sword, like where did you have that at? That's my thing. Like you got to give him props for that. Like, okay, here, take everything, because I didn't even know where you hid that at. That's pretty good.
You got
all right, gentlemen. Where? So yes, Andre, where can they find you at, sir?
Oh yeah, you can follow me at the Slithering Darkness on Instagram. I don't even think I do anything on Instagram except like jump on a random Toy Migos post and express my disgust over the figures that they're showing. But the ROU podcast and BS page is still up, and you can find me hiding around there sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you guys very much for being here. The door is always open for you guys to hop on. I loved what we did here tonight, and I'm going to have you guys on again for something else. And again, you guys go follow them. Tonight's show was sponsored by Magically Crafted US. For all of your Disney ears that you need, go to it. The link's at the bottom of the page, and get you some custom ears for your next vacay. Thank you so much for that sponsor. Those are great ears. I know I have a couple of them. Get yourself some, or pick some up for your partner. They're going to love it. There we go. See, that was perfect little commercial there. I'm the Fallen Fett. Thank you guys. We will see you maybe on Saturday, if not definitely Wednesdays at 5:30. Coming up in just less than an hour, a Star Wars talk with the Sarlacc Digest podcast I'm a part of. Tomorrow night, Thursday nights, some toy talk and just a lot of crazy silliness with the Toy Migos. They're not dolls. And then don't forget every Monday, the brand new podcast of Boba Squadron, produced by Toying Around, with Toying Around, Yoko and Paul Lee and myself, or where we get into everything. Please put that in your rotation and go listen. Thank you guys very much. Stay in touch with me at the Fallen Fed on Instagram and check out the stories where I promote all great shows and a lot of things. If you have any messages or need to get a hold of me, do it there. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. I greatly appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys soon on something. I'm like everywhere. I'm doing this.
Stay tuned for the White Castle versus In-N-Out showdown.
Oh man, how is that going to happen? But we need to make it happen, because this is, I don't even know what you're talking about. That's crazy. Again, the views stated by the Slithering Darkness do not affect the shows of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. So just want that to be known. Thank you guys. I love you guys very much. We're out. Thank you to the Federation. I love you guys too for being here. And we'll see you guys and talk to everybody soon. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Peace.